Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios here in beautiful New Jersey. And Scotty's Palace of the Rich and Famous, somewhere in beautiful Beverly Hills, California.
It's not Robin Leach with Sam Wu on Lifestyles of the Poor and Non-Glamorous.
Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils lose in that special skills competition.
We got some T-shirt giveaways going on here at Old American Whiskey. Look at that, Sam Wu.
Oh, look at that. Meow,
wow.
meow.
We need to get the big T-shirt gun, you know, the kapoom, the canyon, and fire them out there.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here at American Whiskey. Wow.
We got some nice T-shirt giveaways. Oh, there goes one. Look out, heads up.
Wow.
Look out, American Whiskey. Look at the hands are up. Woo! Don't knock the light off there. Keep the light on. Watch the glass. Watch the glass. I thought of a better one, Samu. How about welcome to Lifestyles of the Paycheck to Paycheck? How about that? That's
very good. That's very good.
There you go. There you go. That's nice.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Devils lose in a shootout to the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-3. Timo Meier with 2 goals. Lots of things to talk about back and forth in this game. A lot of positives, a couple negatives here and there. But overall, a much better performance than Tuesday, Scotty.
Absolutely, Sam Wu. And yes, welcome everyone on Twitter Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch. It is Devils After Dark here exclusively on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. And I see everyone having some adult beverages down there at American Whiskey after the Devils come up short in the old skills competition once again. But as the king of the football calls, and yes, the best wrestling heel on hockey Twitter, Sam Wu said, a much better performance from the Devils this game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's talk about it all right now, baby. Number 68, game number 68 on the year. Home game, Akira Schmid in goal. We had a nice long discussion about whether Vanacek or Schmid should be in there last game. I think everyone was under the guys to put Akira Schmid back in there. And by the way, I went at American Whiskey, take care of Peyton and Mariah and Evie and Alejandra and Ariel and Frank the Tank, Dennis, everyone that's down there, please take care of them. They will take care of you. We love doing these shows after the home games there at the Rock. But Schmid was in there. Kevin Ball back in the lineup. Brendan Smith back out. So they seem to be kind of on like a little platoon happening here. And the other news is Nathan Bastian out once again. So Curtis Lazar stays in the lineup, and now Miles Wood out of the lineup, and Igor Sharangovich finds himself back in. Other than that, lines kind of switched around too, which we saw happen throughout the game. But to start it up was the switch we've seen before. Bratt going down to 3, Boquist coming up to 2. So let's talk about it over here, and the game did not start off the Devils' way. Only a minute and 9 seconds into it. Tampa Bay goal off of deflection right here, and this one you kind of have to give them credit for. Let me tell you, Sergachev came to play tonight for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think he had 5 or 6 shots on goal throughout the game, and that's not even including attempts. That's actual shots getting through to Akira Schmid. The Tampa Bay Lightning looked like they came out with a game plan to have their defensemen shoot more, and they were going to push that from the get-go. But this was a face-off win by Tampa, and the puck gets back to Sergachev, and he's able to walk in just a little bit and fires a shot on net, and wouldn't you know it, Colton is right there in front. It looks like, this was after the icing call. I almost forgot about that. So the Devils looked like Jesper Bratt. This is why the faceoff was in the defensive zone. It looked like Jesper Bratt beat out an icing call, but the refs gave it to Tampa Bay. So another one of those referee situations over there, but whatever. That's how the faceoff got down in the zone. Tampa Bay wins. Sergachev creeps in a little bit, puts the shot on, and it deflects off of Colton's leg past Akira Schmid. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Colton 16th. Sergachev is 43rd, and Stamkos' 40th assist right there at 1:09 of the first period. And then, the Devils had some really good play after that. Nico Hischier made a great power move to kind of get around Victor Hedman and then cut in front of the goal. But Vasilevsky, man, was he on point today. And that's something the Devils are going to have to deal with come playoff time. These are the type of goaltenders you're going to be facing over there. The type of goaltenders that can steal not only a game, but a series for a team. And Vasilevsky was playing like that Vasilevsky from a few years back who was like unbeatable, come playoff time. But Nico made a nice move around Victor Hedman, skated right in front. Vasilevsky makes a save. Then Sharangovich playing on that fourth line and made a really nice read. So Lazar and Sharangovich are coming up a little bit more leading towards the right wing. And Lazar puts a pass towards the center. And instead of Sharangovich taking the pass, he lets it go right through because there is nobody on the left side of the ice, and the gravy train is coming in there, and he lets a monster go. But again, Vasilevsky, huge save. Jack and Timo looked like they were using some good speed. Jack got a couple good opportunities. Then the Lightning kind of changed things around. Started getting the Devils pinned into their zone for quite a bit. There was a knuckle puck that made its way through to Akira Schmid that kind of got in between his legs there and was trickling through. Oh, John laces out. Don't call me Dan. Isotoner gloves Marino comes in with the big save right there, clearing the puck. Schmid then, oh man, wow, he made a diving save on Stamkos. The first one, was that the first one of the day? He made the other one. It was later on, right? In the second period, I do believe. Or was that the diving save? No, I think that was later on in the game. So first one, okay. And then the fourth line, was creating some more magic. Not all the way because they didn't score. But either way, McLeod did a nice little fake and put a pass between the D-man's legs across to Siegenthaler for a big attempt. And Siegenthaler actually busted his stick earlier in this play, and he had a soccer style the puck out of the zone. He started this whole play by getting it out of the zone by soccering it out. And then he gets another stick from the bench and finds himself with a big shot, but he can't get it through. Jack almost picked Vasilevsky off, much like he did Kocheknov a few games ago against Carolina. He tried to bank it and ricochet it off the skates of Vasilevsky as he's going back towards the goal, but the puck then went off the outside of the net and not in. Siegenthaler, that's right, set a fluttering shot from the point, and Nico gathered it up, and oh man, he came so close to putting this one in. You just saw his head go, You could hear the UGH coming out of his mouth, because he put the puck just over the top of the crossbar. Oh, so close right there. The Devils got a good push there in the final couple of minutes of the first, though. Haula had a really nice chance, too, with about 4 or 5 seconds left. As he was coming off the bench, everyone's yelling, "Shoot, Dougie, shoot!" And he paused, passed it across, but again, Vasilevsky coming up huge. We're going to move into the second period now, with the Devils still down 1-0, and man, Timo Meier took a slashing penalty, much like the one he took last game. And, he's got to watch these penalties. That's one thing we got to say about Timo. Obviously, he broke out a little later in the game, but he's still got to watch these penalties. And he took this slash, and then I think he collided with Jack Hughes at first as they were trying to bring the puck into the zone. And then he, slashed the stick, and the Tampa Bay defenseman probably could have held on to it, but, dropped it and drew a penalty. So good call on them. And right here in my notes, I have it written down here. Is it time to end the Timo Jack experiment? Is it at that point where we need to shuffle this up a little bit and maybe line up Nico and Timo? We shall see. We shall see. Because it wasn't looking pretty good at that moment. Tampa Bay on the power play. Stamkos, holy Hanneman. He put a wrister right off the pipe that Akira Schmid did not see. I don't think anyone saw it. We just heard it. Ting! Right off the pipe from a rebound shot. And, oh, man, was that a bad boy of a shot. But it doesn't go in. Devils get a little puck luck right there. Sharangovich had a nice 2-on-1 shorthanded opportunity. Decided not to pass. He shoots it, and good for Sharangovich. He's been out of the lineup for a little while. See if he can get some confidence. And tell you the truth, he almost snuck it through the blocker side, the arm, and the side of Vasilevsky. And then right after that, finally, just after halfway through this game, the crowd is allowed to explode in pandemonium because good old Tuna, Thomas Tatar, comes through with his 40th point of the season, his 16th goal of the year, now surpassing his total from last season. All right, this is a Devils transition game right here. I believe it was Dougie Hamilton able to get the puck up out of the D zone with a long stretch pass to Dawson Mercer. He comes into the zone with Nico Hischier. He kind of passes the puck over towards the boards, towards Nico Hischier. And then Nico is able to kind of go a little across and back to find Thomas Tatar over there, who puts it home. Top shelf, baby. A top shelf shot right there from the old Tuna, Thomas Tatar, his 16th at 8:59 of the second period. And by the way, I forgot to mention, this is after the Devils killed off 2 power plays. Killed off 2 power plays by the Lightning. So his 16th, Hischier gets his 34th assist. Dawson Mercer gets his 28th assist. That's 40 points for Tatar on the season. That's 50 points. First time in the career for old DM Dawson Mercer. Hey guys, I just wanted you to know I got 50 points. Maybe you can get Peyton to make me a drink over there in American Whiskey after the game. I'm just saying, buy me a beer? Why not? It'll be good times. I'll get more points. I swear. And Akira Schmid says, well, hang on. Maybe I want some beer too. I want to do a little something amazing over here and get a beer. Because we've all seen this, not all the time this season, but definitely in previous seasons. The Devils giving up a goal right after they score a big one. It hasn't happened all the time this year. But it's something we've kind of come accustomed to in the recent seasons. And let me tell you, Akira Schmid said, oh, not today. Who is it? Nick Paul. Oh, not today, Nick Paul. Tampa Bay Lightning. I will be getting on the highlight reel tonight for my glorious glove, the glorious glove of Akira Schmid. And this was a shot from the point, kind of a difficult shot for Akira. He's able to kick it out with his leg. Right to Nick Paul. And Nick Paul's got a wide open net to shoot this in. And when I say Akira Schmid dove head first, he Supermaned his way over to the left-hand side. Not like this. Literally, Supermaned his way over, diving and nabbed that puck, absolutely robbing. Goldmine Rob right there. Nick Paul with that save. It will be on every highlight reel, probably for the rest of the season, because it was that damn good. Akira Schmid with a save of the year candidate right after the Devils score that tying goal. Timely saves. We were talking about it with the last game with Vitek Vanacek, how earlier in the season he seemed to always come up big at the right time, and now lately he's been letting some in, like we talked about. Devils giving up that return goal right after they score. Today, Akira Schmid said, no, thank you. No, thank you. We're not going to do that today, okay? I'm Akira Schmid, and I'm going to talk like Carl from Aqua Teen for a little bit and say, no, thank you. No, thank you. Save of the year candidate from Akira Schmid. Right after that, the Devils almost scored again, and it was that top line with Nico, Tuna, and Mercer just jamming away at a puck, and Nico got taken down. Probably should have been an interference call in the corner. Some reason the refs decided not to call that. But there was a big scrum in the front, pushing on that puck, trying to get it through. Vasilevsky couldn't cover it up. Unfortunately, the goal net becomes dislodged and play has to stop. And then after that, unbelievably, after, I don't know, it was maybe like definitely two that I can think of on the top of my head, that Nico call. There was another one where it was just like, hey, what's going on over there? There might have been a third where it was just like, everyone in the arena is like standing with their hands up in the air being like, what the hell, ref? What the actual hell are you looking at out there? There are two of you, and how are you missing these calls? Well, they got Tampa Bay on 2 penalties. That's right. 2 penalties. Stamkos took a slash, I believe, at center ice, delayed call, and then all of a sudden, the Devils are pushing forward, and Jesper Boqvist makes his way to the front of the net, and then he gets tripped down by, was it Cernak or Cirelli? I can't remember which Tampa Bay defenseman it was, but they tripped him in front of the net, and you heard Dano right away. He's like, is that going to be 2? Are they going to give him a 5-on-3? Is that going to be 2? Because it should be 2. Are they going to? They're giving him 2. That's right. The Devils had a full 2-minute 5-on-3, and they did not score. They did not score. I could not believe it. And it was Cernak who tripped Boqvist in front of the net, and the Stamkos slash at center ice. I have it. See, I take notes. All right, I take notes because I smoked a lot of my memory away in my younger years. But either way, Devils do not get a goal on a 2-minute 5-on-3. They had some good opportunities. Dougie Hamilton rifled one to the net, hit Vasilevsky right in the mask, knocked it off. Jack hit the post. Oh, that's right. Him and Bratt did a little crisscross near the point, center ice, like point, and they did a little crisscross, and it really looked like Jack Hughes was going to drop the puck to Jasper Bratt to bring it around the other way. He kept it, fired it on net, almost a la the Stamkos shot from earlier in the game that no one saw, but we all heard. Jack Hughes' shot was very similar, kind of like in that lane, far away wrister that he just, put some, you know me, I don't like mustard, put some barbecue sauce on it and sent it towards goal. But the Devils, 5-on-3 gets killed off, and then what happens right after that? The man who is back in the lineup, who wasn't there last game, Steven Stamkos, he comes through and he scores a power play goal right after. Oh, I'm sorry. No. That was an even strength goal. Sorry. That was an even strength goal. The power plays in the third period. From Stamkos at 18:11 of the second. Another late period momentum-killing goal right there. After you don't get anything on a 5-on-3, Stamkos comes back right after and scores his 28th of the year to put Tampa Bay up 2-1. A bit deflating there going into the third period. Don't want to get all your hopes down because we all know the Devils are the comeback kids on the season. So, okay. Right off the bat, old friend Patty Maroon decides he's going to be pissed at Damon Severson. Completely away from the play, back in the defensive zone, goes and just karate chops, or actually just a baseball swing. Oh, man, Edwin Diaz, don't even get me started on that. But either way, does like a baseball swing towards, or maybe we'll do axe chop. How about that? Like an axe chop? No, axe chop is more down. Whatever. You get the idea. He just kicks Damon Severson's stick away from him, like, batoom, right in front of the ref. Clear as day call. Bone-headed penalty. But, hey, you know what? We'll take it. Thanks, Patty Maroon, for that one. Unfortunately, the Devils cannot confirm. And it was close, though. John Marino. John, don't call me Dan, laces out, isotonic gloves, Marino. He was in the absolute corner of the offensive zone, down by the goal line, by the boards. And he put a pass right across, and Thomas Tatar just can't jam it home. Vasilevsky, again, coming up huge the entire evening of this game. And then finally, it happened. And lo and behold, I'm looking, and Timo Meier is playing with Nico Hischier. Who had that written in his notes early there in the second period? I don't know. Me, okay? I'll just say it, me. I know I'm a dummy, and I probably just got lucky with that one over there. But either way, maybe it's time to change some things around over there, and maybe Nico with Nico and Timo might be a good combination, because it became Timo time in New Jersey. And holy hell, did the crowd explode when this happened. Timo bringing the puck into the zone. He's going to pass it to Nico, and Nico gets stopped by Vasilevsky. Surprise, surprise. But then the rebound gets kicked right out to Timo Meier, and oh baby, check your clock. It is Timo time in New Jersey as he put home the rebound there for his 33rd of the season. Assisted by Nico, that's his 35th, and Damon Severson. He was the one who originally had the nice stretch pass up to Timo to get the puck into the zone. His 33rd at 9:41 of the third period, tying this game up 2-2. Crowd goes nuts. Crowd goes crazy. But just about 5 minutes after that, oh boy. Power play goal. This is the power play goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning off of a Jonas Siegenthaler penalty here, which, man, tough call over there on Siegs. He's been solid all season long, but this one hurt a little bit. Stamkos. And you know what? I got to say, Tampa Bay, I mean, they are deadly. They are deadly with the amount of talent that they have on that team. Boy, can they move that puck around the ice, and that is exactly what they did. Tired penalty killers as well. They had the Devils pinned in the zone there for a little bit. There was a backhand pass, back to the point, and then kind of a touch pass. Who was it? It was Sergachev, right? It was Kucherov with the backhand pass. Okay, he's down low, maybe like by the face-off dot. He's going to pass it back on the backhand to Kucherov, who like doesn't even really receive the pass. As it's coming back, he kind of just pushes and shovels it right over to Stamkos, who's there waiting, and he puts it home with the big blast. Stamkos is 29th. Sergachev, his 44th. Kucherov, his 70th assist. Is that right? His 70th assist on the season at 15-13 of the third. Big monster slapper. And that was a tough one. That was a tough one right there, because the Devils just get the momentum back about 5 minutes prior, and then, man, you're just like, damn it to hell. These friggin' Lightning. Why couldn't we catch them like 3 games ago when they were on this massive slide? Now all of a sudden they're on this big upswing again and playing with so much momentum. That's the type of team Tampa Bay is. They've been there. They've done that. They know how to work their way through and then turn it on at the right time. And you could bet your sweet ass that Tampa Bay came in here to New Jersey thinking this is a perfect test for us to be in the playoffs. This is the type of team we're going to play. Young, fast, aggressive. 2 games in a row is just like a playoff atmosphere. On the road, they use this as a huge test for them. No doubt. No doubt. But then, Devils get a little lucky. And all game long, this power play had been failing them. 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes. And they didn't get anything. But Nick Paul took a tripping penalty against big old Kevin Ball. And that set up a power play. And check your watch, because it's Timo time again in New Jersey. And this one comes on a very smart move from the coach, Lindy Ruff. What did he do? He pulled Akira Schmid with, what was it, about just over 2 minutes to go. At 17:44, that's when the penalty, that's when Timo scored. What time was the penalty at over here? It was at 16:15. So you got 3:45 left to go. Lindy Ruff says, no problem. Let's go 6-on-4 right here. And it was absolutely the right move as Timo puts his 34th home with the big blast PPG over here. And we've talked about Timo adjusting to this team, getting acquainted with just maybe some new roles. This was him going back to his original position on the power play. They were trying to play him in front, trying to play him in the bumper, and this is put him back out there on the wing for the big blasts. This is where Timo likes to be. This was started with a face-off win by Nico Hischier. Puck gets back to Jack Hughes at the one point. Whoop! Passes it over to Dougie Hamilton at the other, and then right to Timo, who's ready for that big blast. Devils tie it up at 17:44 of the third. Timo, his 34th, coming from Dougie, his 46th, and Jackie Boy, his 44th assist on the season. PPG. And then after that, Nico Hischier and Mikey McLeod. Interesting combination right there, but whatever. They had a 2-on-1, and they almost converted on it, but the game ends tied 3-3. Everybody gets a point. Okay, we go into OT. Devils get a nice chance right off the bat. Jack, Nico, Dougie, the Triple H. Time to play the game. You know, they love to start OT. The Devils are great in OT. But what happens is Dougie tries to push the puck back to Nico Hischier, and it is just out of his reach, which creates a partial 2-on-1 right there. And once again, Akira Schmid coming up huge with the timely save. Excellent job by Akira Schmid all night long. We had some good end-to-end action for a while. Jack Hughes had a good opportunity. Igor Sharangovich getting back out there in the 3-on-3 had a good spot. Jesper Boquist as well. Tampa Bay tried to play a little keep away for a while because when you have a Stamkos, when you have a Kucherov, when you have a Sergachev, when you have all these dudes, Braden Point, you know, you have all these like high-quality scorers, you can kind of force yourself into a shootout situation. And obviously with Vasilevsky, one of the best goaltenders in the league, it definitely bodes in your favor. So we do go to the shootout. Timo's up first. Save. Colton is up second. First for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He scored. Colton scored. Then Sharon Govich comes up, and Igor moves it nice and slow. Boom! Puts the wrister home past Vasilevsky. Stamkos had a wrister. That was a save by Akira Schmid. Jesper Boquist, he got stopped, and then we know Killorn came in and scored the game-winning shootout goal there for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They take the skills competition 4-3. Devils get a point. And now they are what? 2-3 behind the Carolina Hurricanes. I'll have to check in a little bit. Your 3 stars of the game. Timo gets your first star with the 2 goals. Killorn gets your second, and then Stamkos also with 2 goals. So the Lightning struck the New Jersey Devils as Timo tries to harpoon the Lightning. We come up just short. Shots on goal for the Devils. 8-14, 9-4 for a Slayer Raining Blood tribute of 35 raining pucks from the Devils on the ice. As opposed to the Lightning, 10-8-3. Only 3 in the third period. They did get 3 in OT as well. Akira Schmid, timely. What's the secret of comedy? Timing! 24 total for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Face-off percentage, again, the Devils dominate 60% to 40%. Power plays, Lightning 1 for 3, Devils 1 for 4. Devils out-hit the Lightning again. Look at that, 22-16. Oh, thank you, Curtis Lazar and Timo Meier for stepping up and throwing the body today. 18 blocks for the Devils, 19 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both teams had 11 giveaways. Devils had 10 takeaways. And now just to go back over here to the old standings, Carolina was off tonight. Okay. So I'm sorry, the Devils are 1 point behind Carolina, but Carolina has 2 games in hand now. Carolina off tonight. They play tomorrow. Actually, I have to see who the hell do they play tomorrow on St. Patty's Day. They play the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, so go Leafs, go. All right, let's see them beat the Carolina Hurricanes. Are the Rangers playing tonight? I don't believe so. The Rangers and Devils. Oh no, they are. Oh, they won. Damn it. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2. So the Devils and Rangers are now at the same amount of games played. The Devils are up by 8 points on the Rangers, 95 points to 88. 1 point behind Carolina, but Carolina, again, like we said, 2 games in hand. Carolina and the Devils both tied with 44 wins on the season. So, good game. Devils come back. They didn't quit. We started to see the emergence of Timo Meier playing in some better situations after kind of a shaky first half of the game. He really turned it on in the second. That goal with him and Nico together, I think, seemed to just, light a spark with him, and Akira Schmid, again, save of the year candidate coming through, diving Superman style with the glove to stop Nick Paul there in the second, immediately after the Devils scored the tying goal. Timely saves from the young goaltender who looks huge in net. When he goes down in that butterfly, man, he takes up a lot of space. So, want to know what you think about this game? YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. What's up, everybody? American whiskey. Drink up, raise a glass for Akira Schmid and Timo Meier. Tip your bartenders, take care of them. And let's check in with the king of the football calls himself and the greatest wrestling heel in hockey Twitter today. Woo! Sam, by God, woo! What's your thoughts on this game?
I got a lot of thoughts on this game, Scotty. I thought it was a good performance. I'm not mad about their performance. I thought they stepped up to the plate. We could see that the Tampa Bay Lightning is just flexing their muscle, getting ready for the playoffs. That is a great team to go up against, to kind of get something kind of get the temperature or what's the metrics or whatever, a measuring stick at where the Devils are really at. Number one, the Devils never folded. They never got too depressed. They gave up the first goal of the game with, 90 seconds in, something like that. They kept battling. They kept battling. They kept battling. And Tampa were taking advantage of all their opportunities. The 5-on-3 that the Devils had, 2 minutes, 5-on-3, they need to bury a goal in that. I think they looked a little too tentative. But here's the good news. Timo Meier is getting in the groove. And, I thought that he had the first half of the game, blah. Second half, once he started getting the groove and get his confidence going, you could see why he is so dangerous. Just like Alexander Ovechkin, when you get him in that sweet spot, it's almost automatic at that point. So the Devils did play a lot better. Can we end the debate now and say that at least Akira Schmid is the 1A goaltender? I mean, he really is. He made some unbelievable saves tonight.
I don't
think it's premature at this point, because Vanacek, it was his baby to lose, and right now Schmid has done everything humanly possible to take. I'm not saying that Vanacek is a second stringer or backup. I'm talking like a 1A, 1B. You play whoever's hot at that given moment. And Schmid is just, his rebound control, I think, is better than Vanacek. I think his technique is better than Vanacek. And I'm not saying that Vanacek sucks. I'm just saying that Schmid all
No, it
season
sounds like
long.
that's what you're saying, Samuel. I don't know. Just like Timo Meier.
No, don't put words in my mouth. Hey, it was the seventh game of Timo Meier as a New Jersey Devil. I told you it takes 6 games to get acclimated. Yeah. So this is game 7. This is the first of the 6. So after the 6. So, but I enjoy watching Schmid. I also enjoy watching Vitek Vanacek. Mackenzie Blackwood. Yeah, Mackenzie Blackwood. If he's going to get in the mix, I mean, he's got to be lights out because Schmid is performing. He's outperforming right now, and I think that's just that's going to help the New Jersey Devils. If you look on the other side, Vasilevsky, that's what a great goaltender can do for a great team. He could steal games, and he was playing out of his mind tonight. And the last game, he was playing out of his mind, making great saves. But Schmid was equal to the task, and that one save where he just, it was highway robbery, Scotty. It was just absolutely just a thief.
The Superman save? Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a crazy. I mean, I jumped off my couch when that happened. I mean, that was like we said, a save of the year candidate right there.
Yeah, but one guy that I thought played really well throughout the game was Damon Severson. I thought there were some. He was putting the body on. He was getting aggressive in the offensive zone. He was getting back. Often. I thought that was a really good game by Damon Severson. I mean, he was just Mr. Consistent and steady throughout the entire game. I was very impressed with a lot of his play tonight. The officiating, some of the calls I thought were good, but some of them were just like blah. So, again, the Devils have a lot to be happy about. Again, it's just a shootout loss. Doesn't mean anything. They held their own against the Tampa Bay Lightning. They've won the Stanley Cup twice in the last 3 years, been the Stanley Cup Finals 3 straight years. You're going against that kind of team, and you held your own. Now, Game 3. I consider this game really a tie, but Game 3 is down in Tampa on Sunday. And, I'm pretty pleased with their performance today, regardless of the, end result of a shootout loss. You can't be unhappy what happened. And I'm happy for Sharon Govich to get playing time and also getting that shootout goal.
I thought he played very well for someone who hasn't been in there in 6-7 games or so now in a row.
Yep.
I felt like he slotted right back in there on that fourth line, and it was almost like he had to miss the beat, especially, and we know this about him, but just especially on that PK. Man, is he so good on there. He's just smart, heady player. He's got some speed to him. He's not the fastest guy in the world, we know that, but he does have some speed to him, and he makes good plays. Now, we've seen him make some boneheaded plays, but tonight he did not. He made all the smart moves. I really liked it. I think was it him and Holla, I think, coming up on that 2-on-1, and he decided to shoot on it. I thought that was the right move, and he almost snuck it through Vasilevsky. I mean, it was a really nasty shot, and I like Sharon Govich. He's a little inconsistent, and if he can gain some consistency, that would be great. But as someone who maybe, is slotting in as your extra forward, that's a pretty good extra forward to throw out there who, is not going to be a liability all the time either. And you can trust to give maybe someone, like a Nico Hischier a little time off on the PK. Now that you have Lazar there as well, you have Holla around. Palat can kill penalties as well. It gives you time to maybe rest a Nico instead of having him out there on the PK all the time. Mikey McLeod, is a good PK guy. So having Sharon Govich in the lineup as well, I think, will pay dividends, for Mikey McLeod. Now we got to see exactly what's wrong with Miles Wood. I know Bastion is a UBI, and Wood got dinged up, I think, his arm or something last game, and he didn't play the entire third period. So I gotta check. On that just to see exactly if they said it was a LBI or UBI, but I thought it was his arm. I could be mistaken on that. We have to see, but I think that Sharon Govich being there and being a quality penalty killer can be really good things for the Devils. Jesper Boqvist as well can kill some penalties. So they got a lot of good PK guys on there, and they can rest Nico a little bit and save him for the power play opportunities a little bit more.
Yeah. Comment on Twitter at Love2Hockey13. If Blackwood comes back, you guys think they send Schmid down even though he's playing well? In my opinion, you stick with the hot hand. Playoffs are coming and changing. That duo might hurt us in the playoffs. Keeping 3 goalies is not good either. I would
not send Schmid back down.
I think the 1B is in the battle between Vanacek and Mackenzie Blackwood, and right now Vanacek has definitely the nod on that one. At this point, unless Blackwood comes in lights out, how do you send Schmid down? At this point, you can't. He's made it so tough on, but it's really a no-brainer. I mean, look at what Marty Brodeur did back in the 93-94 season. He took it over from Chris Terreri.
Yeah. I mean, Marty obviously is a that's a tough comparison, but I know what you're saying.
Back in those days, nobody knew who Marty Brodeur was.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And
we're not saying Akira Schmid is Marty Brodeur. Okay.
But there's the Swiss connection, and I think I know
how you heal on hockey Twitter, Sam Wu, and how it's going to go. That it's going to come out that you have somehow said Schmid is Marty Brodeur. So I just wanted to clarify before.
You know what? I don't care. You know what? He's got the poise of Marty Brodeur. I could tell you that much. He's pretty.
Yeah, he plays a little different style, but yeah, he's got a lot of poise. That's for sure. Because man, he goes down in that butterfly. He is just a massive amount of man that's right there in that goaltending net, and he just fills it on up. And listen, Vanacek, the way he's played it just looks like someone who's a little bit run down. And we thought, giving him a rest, and then we saw him come back in against Carolina. And in the first period, he was letting some rebounds slip away, but then he was just gobbling everything up. Yeah. But then after that, this Tampa Bay game, it didn't look so good. There were some goals on there that, we talked about it last Devils After Dark, where those are some that he was making those timely saves on earlier in the year. Saves like tonight we saw Akira Schmid make. Mm-hmm. And it's tough because Vanacek has played so well. Don't forget, Vanacek is, 4th, 5th in the league in wins for goaltenders? So he's had a good track record so far this season. However, I know someone brought it up on YouTube Live or Facebook Live. This is the most he's probably ever played in a season. And he could be tiring out because he was always the second goaltender. So maybe he is tiring out a little bit and he needs some stretches in between games for some days off.
And plus, also just remember, the league has now taken the New Jersey Devils seriously. In the first half of the season, okay, that's a nice story, but the Devils have been so consistent after the first 2 games of the season. They've been, on fire since. So, but I'll tell you what, Schmid is my guy if I was Lindy Ruff. But, he's still it's a 1A, 1B situation still. Even though I'm giving it to Schmid, but again, if you're going to send him down because of contract status and all that jazz. No, it's time to win and let Lindy make the decision based on who he wants versus what's that?
Max, send Vitek to the hibachi spa for a week or two to get him pampered and ready. Yeah, our Nunez right there. VV played 42 games last season, and he's already played 43 this season. So yeah, he's at a high mark right now. So maybe he is tiring out a little bit, and maybe he does need a little rest in between.
Yeah.
And we got to see, but he has played well throughout the season. You can't deny that. But recently, it just looks like he's a little run down. Is he hurt? Is there an injury there that we don't know about?
Or that's not disclosed.
That's something.
Yeah.
That could be something as well. Did he tweak something? And we are unaware. How many times have we've seen that? Not even in hockey, in any sport. All of a sudden the season ends. Oh, this player needs surgery. What? Oh, that's why you were horrible the last 3 months? Oh, awesome. Wish we would have known that. Maybe he's hurt. I don't know. I'm not saying he is, but we've seen things like that before. When all of a sudden there's such a noticeable change. And it could just be that he's tired and worn out. But right now, we should thank our lucky stars because old sweet Ozzy knows, who's right behind us here, always looking over me. Ozzy Osbourne. Where is he? There he is. Come on, focus. Sharon! Is it going to come into focus? No, the light's not going to really come into focus. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Do you want me full screen?
No, I got it.
All right.
It's all good. It's all good. But old sweet Ozzy knows that we've had quite the doozy in the old goaltending situation the past few years with Fitzy, from Crawford to all the stuff going on with Blackwood to Jonathan Bernier, to all of our different, however many we had, 6, 7 different goaltenders last year. We haven't been the luckiest. So we should be thankful for what we got so far with Vanacek, and we should be really, really happy that we have an Akira Schmid and a Nico Dawes down there at Utica, who we've said this many times before, the only Utica All-Star in the AHL this year was Nico Dawes. So we should be very thankful that we have some young quality goaltending that is coming on the way.
Yeah, and if you send Schmidt down, okay, he's in Utica. Is he going to split time with Dawes? He needs to be up with the big club. That's my opinion.
I think so. The rumor is Gillies is orbiting around Jupiter. Yes, and for the next game, the Florida game, Curtis Lazar needs to be in there. If any crap goes down with Nico Hischier again, Curtis Lazar needs to be in there. And I think he will be, because I don't think Wood or Bastian's going to be back by this weekend.
Yeah.
But either way, Curtis needs to be in there. Put Timo with Nico, maybe. They might be thinking twice about trying to run our boy like they did in those couple games, and no one stood up for him. This time, you're going to have people standing up for him.
I would think so. I mean, the team is coming together. You see it, with their play, the scrums, in front of the net on either side.
And yes, Ted, I think Bernier is on forever injured reserve. I think that's the way he came in. That's the way he's going to go out. He's going to collect his, $8-9 million, whatever it was, and see ya. Haven't had too much luck with the old veteran goaltenders here with Fitzy, but looks like he does a hell of a job scouting and signing some young kids. And Akira Schmid, who knows? He may be the goaltender of the future. There's Nico Dawes as well. And then they got that other kid, right? The other one. Isn't there a Russian kid too that they drafted recently? I can't remember.
Gritzik?
I could be mistaken. No, he's the forward, right?
Are you talking about?
I thought there was another. No, I thought there was another goaltending prospect that they drafted last year or the year prior. I can't recall off the top of my head. But either way, Schmid might be the real deal. We will have to see, Sam Wu. But I think we need to get to some you versus Woo. Our score predictions that we've been doing all season long here at Devils After Dark on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. And, of course, Game Day Live. Schmidt is a beast, JP. 6'4", 210. And we will see how it goes. Fedotov, is that who it is, Daryl? I can't remember. But either way.
Sounds familiar.
Either way, our goaltending on the young side looks pretty good. The older side, haven't had too much luck. But let's do some you versus Woo right now. Selecta had a 4-3. Unfortunately, it was for the other way around. Okay. Ramona said 3-1. I said 3-1 as well. Ramona, we both get the OTL because the Devils had 3. So we both get a point. Max had 4-2 Devils. That's an L. How about you, Sam Wu? What did you have for this score prediction over here?
We've got 4 predictions during Game Day Live. Even Schwim of Hockey on Tap also had his prediction. He actually got it right. He said 4-3 Tampa. He actually switched his pick because once he found that Vasi was in net, he said 4-3 Tampa.
Oh, of course he's going to be in net.
Yeah.
There's no way Vasilevsky wasn't playing.
Well, anyway, and also in overtime as well. So he did predict that. So he gets it exactly right. Vinny Parisi, 4-3 Devils. So
nothing.
Shorts guy, 4-3 Devils.
Nothing.
I'm embarrassed by my pick.
Oh, boy. What is it?
I said 6-1 Devils.
I like the way you're thinking, kid, but it didn't turn out that way. All right, so nothing for you. Steve Tartas, Tampa winning, Steve. Come on. No points for you, Steve Tartas. All right, so me and Ramona got the OTLs over here.
Oh, that's good.
Spacey. Oh, Malik, he's check. Okay. Oh. Vasilevsky harpooned us. Man, he played well, but that's what a guy like Vasilevsky can do come playoff time. He is a goaltender that can really push a team forward, and especially a team that's got so many big guns like the Tampa Bay Lightning do. Yeah, that's why they've won so many cups in the last few years. That's why they've been in the Cup Finals so many of the last few years. So, good test for the Devils. Daryl, he is elite. He's all elite. He's AEW. He's all elite. Yeah, he was, Max, you're right. He did look a little dazed after Hamilton with that massive shot right off the mask over there. But the Devils have another tough opponent with the Florida Panthers, who are pushing for that final playoff spot over here. They are 3 points behind the Icelanders and the Penguins, and they have 2 games in hand on the Icelanders. So they're going to be going hard. Didn't Florida score like 10 goals tonight or something like that? What was their score? The Wild had 8-5. The Ducks, that's Wednesday. Let's go here. Yeah, 9-5. They beat the Canadians tonight. So they're going to come out swinging, and like we said, if they take some runs at Nico Hischier, Curtis Lazar, looking at you, buddy. Protect our captain. Protect the captain. But we'll be back on Saturday, and it's a little bit early of a game, right? Isn't it 7 in the first period, Arnaz? Wow. Damn, man. Yeah, they're pushing for that spot. But yes, isn't it the early? Yes, we got a 3 p.m. Well, that's for me. So it's 6 p.m. start on Saturday the 18th. It's my birthday. On the 18th there on Saturday. So hopefully we get a Devils victory. The first of the back-to-backs down there in FLA. And, yep, Sunday, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning once again. So maybe we can get a win on their home ice and pay them back a little bit after only taking 1 point out of these last 2 games. So, Sam Woo, I think we're going to wrap it up over here on Devils After Dark. Maybe Sam will be back tomorrow on Friday with a lovely little Woo report for, I'm sure, everyone to flip out about for whatever Sam likes to say, because he is the greatest heel.
You know what I was told by fans that go to American Whiskey and tell me about the Woo report? They like it because anything can happen.
Anything can happen in the old Woo report.
Yeah, anything can happen on the Woo report.
Well, make sure you check out our boy Sam Woo, the greatest heel in hockey Twitter today. Sam, by God, Woo. And then, like we said, on Saturday, early start time, 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back with some Game Day Live at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then as soon as the game wraps, you know, Sam and I will be here on Saturday night to talk all about it on Devils After Dark, the only podcast, you know, where you are involved. We're not pre-taped. We don't just let the comments go and don't care. No, we read them. We get to know you. And we love meeting you when we do events at the bars. So tell your friends, come on by, say hello on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch, or, well, even though it's an away game, it'll be on the big screens there at American Whiskey. You can always stop by and say hello to our girl Peyton and Alejandra and Evie and Mariah and Frank the Tank and Ariel, the whole crew that's down there. So thank you, everyone. Devils come up short in the skills competition tonight, but they do battle back, and looks like the clock has struck Timo time in New Jersey. Is this the beginning of Timo Meier really finding his groove on the New Jersey Devils? We're going to find out when they play Florida this Saturday. Sam, I'm going to turn it over to you right now for the final goodbyes.
Yeah, just one final thought. By the way, happy birthday, Scotty.
Thank you, sir.
Says Ramona Rice. Anyway, just kidding. I'm going to tell you right now that Timo Meier is going to rip it up. I'm just going to tell you, he's going to rip it up. Want to thank all those tuning in, dropping the podcast at midnight for your morning and afternoon commute. We'll report tomorrow, plus go to pucksandpitchforks.com for all your Devils needs. It was actually a pretty good game tonight, Scotty. The Devils weren't able to get that extra point, but they did earn that point tonight, and there's a lot of good things happening. If Timo Meier's, you know, the engines are starting right now, and I think the Devils are going to be just fine against Florida. So,
Sam, I have just one more quick thing to say real fast. I just want to say thank you to everyone. I haven't even really told Sam about this yet, but I know I put a little post out on Instagram the other day, and I had a lot of hits and messages for it. So I just wanted to let everyone know that, Winston he's doing okay. He is still in the hospital right now. I'm going over to visit him in a little bit. He's an old bulldog, but he is fighting through some stuff. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone over there at the MASH Hospital in Los Angeles, especially Dr. Wong, who's been taking just such good care of him. And I just want to thank everyone out there who sent some positive thoughts his way because it was a rough time there late Sunday night, and this week has been a little crazy, but I just want to thank everyone who sent some nice thoughts to Winston. He definitely looked better yesterday. We're still not out of the woods yet, but we're hopefully trending in the right direction, like Timo Meier. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who sent those nice thoughts right here. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I actually didn't know. I'm never on Instagram. Sorry about that, Sky. But
no, I didn't tell anyone. Yeah. It's been a rough week. I've been back and forth all over the place. So
gotcha. All right. Well, hopefully I wasn't rough on you this week. Otherwise the guilt trip. I should have been nicer to Scotty. All right. Want to thank all those watching American Whiskey. Remember to tip your bartenders. We'll see you Saturday, and also we'll report on Friday. Till next time, let's go Devils.